What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and another crazy day in the Kyle case, one that has led to all sorts of fake outrage on Twitter because the judge dared to order, wait for it, Asian food. I don't know what they wanted him to call it, but that's what that led to quote unquote audible gasps from the media room, which I'm sure a bunch of media people who don't live in Wisconsin, guess what? We call it Asian food, or maybe we call it Chinese food. It's not a term of offense. It's a category of food. Most people can't tell the difference between Chinese food and Japanese food or Thai food. It's just different. And of course, now this is fueling outrage that the judge is evil. Of course, as always, with these particular videos, I'm really happy to have a sponsor that lets me put them in spicy videos because YouTube doesn't care for it. I'll be real quick. If you don't have VPN, the one I use is private internet access. Check this out. Huge shout out to this video's sponsor, Private Internet Access. Hey, October is Cybersecurity Month, and they've got an amazing offer for you. It's 2021. If you don't have a VPN yet, there are several reasons why you'll want to sign up today. One, you can browse anonymously. Keep your browsing habits to yourself. You can keep your data away from big tech so that they can't resell it. And you can access region-locked content so you can open up a whole new catalog of online content to enjoy, whether it's anime or movies that might not be available in your area. You can get at it using a VPN. And the VPN I use on my phone, my tablets, my PCs, and my laptops is Private Internet Access, and they've given an amazing offer. It's just $1.98 a month with 4 months free with a 3-year subscription. If you haven't signed up today, use my link in the description or pinned comment down below to get private internet access today. All right. If you don't have one, make sure you get one. Private internet access has a killer deal for the rest of this month, so don't wait. Now I want to give you a trigger warning to my my brown viewers. Can I say that? Is that how I should say it? My Asian viewers. Wait, I can't say Asian because that's offensive. I'm not even going to try because I'm probably going to say something even worse. We'll just say, here we go. Are you ready to be offended? Now, yesterday, the big crime of the judge was him having, was it Proud to be American or God Bless America as a ringtone on his phone, which, boy, that's really shocking thing to have a judge in America who's, here to uphold the Constitution. But here we go. Ready? Are you ready to be offended? He says, what time do you want to stop for lunch? I think is what he said.
Let's hope for 1 o'clock. I don't know. Hope the Asian food isn't coming. Isn't on one of those boats in Long Beach Harbor.
So hopefully the Asian food is coming. Hopefully it's not on one of the boats in Long Beach Harbor, referring to the supply chain issues. Literally so. But here we go. Kyung La, who is apparently Asian and paid to be offended by CNN. Judge Bruce Schroeder breaks for lunch, referencing the food that was ordered, saying, I hope Asian food isn't coming. I hope isn't on one of the boats from Long Beach. So they didn't even quote him right. He hopes the Asian food is coming. That's the difference. I don't see the problem. So he made a joke about lunch being cold. I mean, what? I don't get, but you see, I don't understand the joke here, but maybe that's because I'm not an anti-Asian. What? He's referencing the shipping crisis. I like, are you kidding me? And all these, I mean, like, it's absolutely full of people that are like, literally, ooh, this means a mistrial now. What? Guys, it's a joke about the current supply chain issue the country is facing. Long Beach Harbor is one of the biggest ports, and things are delayed right now. He's just saying his hopes his food doesn't get delayed, and they're happy they happen to order Asian food. Jesus. I mean, like, are people this dense? Well, I suppose they are because this is just so messed up. I don't even know what to say. We'll see. Tara Dublin referencing Kyle crying, saying, and that's the same face he's going to make in jail, in the jail prison shower. Ha 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 ha. Jokes about SA are hilarious, right? It's so funny. Papa Bear saying the exact same thing. You know, it's just getting taken advantage of daily. I mean, this is the tolerant left thinking it's even Vosh said it's too far. That's how you know you've messed up. When even Vosh says, no matter how you feel about him, making these type of jokes about him plays into the same callous dehumanization we've used to justify our prisons remaining terrible. There's no, quote, woke way of doing it. Effing stop. It's nuts. And then we've got a couple of highlights from trial. If anyone had, this is Frey, Viva Frey, he's on the live stream right now. If anyone had lingering doubts, Binger just confirmed that the trial is indeed political. And we can see this. He's saying, you're employed by America's Voice.
No.
Does Real America's Voice have any sort of political bias or?
He's concerned about a witness who shot video that they have unfettered access to, video that is very bad for the prosecution. He's trying to say, well, does your outlet have a political? And by the way, he didn't work for them at the time he filmed.
Agenda or anything like that?
And the judge, of course, steps in again and roasts him. What's the relevance?
He wasn't working for them at the time.
Speculation.
In what respect? I assume that people.
Did Binger just admit this is
I don't know.
the first right issue?
Political trial, and
he just admits, just zooms in. Yes, he admits that this is a political trial. Watch his face.
Political trial, and
yeah, just of course this is political. And then you see this when you have absolutely nothing to discredit the witness. You start attacking him for getting a lawyer. Judge Smackdown's incredible.
Just saw was your editing of them together.
You guys asked for my footage, so I gave it to you.
He keeps trying to say that essentially, well, this guy works for a news outlet that is inconvenient to my narrative. Therefore, the raw video he gave us, and we could have done anything we wanted with, is somehow different.
Through your attorney.
Yes.
That's an attorney that you
Look at Fatlock back here, just being fat and sweaty too.
have out of Madison.
How much does he charge?
relevance of this.
There's a judge again. What's the relevance of this?
Your Honor, we've had a lot of questions about other people.
Relevance of this.
Again, this Binger guy has skated up against violating people's Fifth Amendment rights at several occasions, essentially saying, you know, first of all, in the first case, he tried to bring in that Kyle was quiet and didn't say anything to investigators at the time. Guess what? That's his Fifth Amendment right. He doesn't have to talk to anybody, and he got absolutely smacked down there. And now he's trying to say, well, why did you send these digital files through a lawyer and not just give it to us directly? The implication here is clear that you were up to something. No, he has absolutely every right to obtain legal representation. And oh, by the way, just because you have a lawyer or just because you choose not to talk to investigators, that absolutely has zero bearing on your guilt or innocence. And the inference that using a lawyer or staying quiet means you're guilty is not allowed in court, which is why this scumbag Littlefinger wannabe is out here getting crushed by the judge while he's wearing his lame Sherlock Holmes pin.
I would like to know why he felt the need to retain an attorney to provide video in this case.
You have a right to it.
Bias. I think it goes to credibility.
It doesn't, and he says it goes to bias, it goes to credibility. No, it doesn't go to bias or credibility. If there were requests, let's say something happened on my Ring doorbell camera, okay, and somebody asked for that footage, and it was a case as big as this. You better believe I'd be running that through my half-Asian super lawyer, Mr. Richmond, long before I gave it to anybody. You'd want to make sure that you're not implicated, that they can't blow back on you, that you can't be. There's literally nothing wrong with that.
My God. It goes to solicitor-client privilege.
Please don't talk about the case.
And here he kicks the jury out so he can yell at him.
Oh no!
Schroeder is
So at this moment, he tells the jury to leave because, and believe me, if you're sitting on the jury, you know what's about to happen. You know that this lawyer's getting yelled at, which, you know, I haven't seen happen to the defense team. Maybe it has. But then you see here also breaking news. The Kenosha PD confirmed that there were no unused rounds found at the scene. This means that Gage lied when he said that Kyle re-racked. Confirms that the only unused round found was from Gage's 40 cal. So, I mean, like, you have a situation here where, again, you see Kenosha prosecutor Thomas Binger is not just a terrible trial attorney. He is purposely trying to force a mistrial so that they can retry Kyle. Fortunately, the judge is both tough and experienced, rare in today's legal world, and he's on to him. That was 9 hours ago. He absolutely is on to him. And you already see, you think that the article, that the outrage was fake. The article's already here. Americans disgusted after the judge in Kyle's case makes offensive Asian food joke. Where was the joke? He was literally referring to a supply chain issue. It wasn't a joke. I mean, it was lighthearted. Hey, we all eat. At some point, what this proves is we're all humans, okay? And you can see, like, the CNN rep is getting absolutely ratioed here as well. This is just another perfect example of the divide between mainstream media and normal humans. I will continue to cover this case once or twice a day as, you know, there's relevant news that piled up. If you're new here, please do click that red subscribe button down below to make sure that you get notified when I do upload. I greatly, greatly appreciate your support. If you haven't yet picked a VPN provider, the one I use is Private Internet Access, and they've been gracious to allow me to put their ad reads on whatever videos I want and to give a huge discount. So if you're in the market, sign up with them today. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.